All right, peace, peace, peace. Just want to come back with something, man. Um, you know what? Yeah, man. First and foremost, hopefully the Most High in your house shall blessing your day, and hopefully the Most High in your house shall blessing your day. By His mercies, you are consumed. We're alive in the Most High in your house's body, into we're naturally alive, man. I want to get into this, man, because a coworker earlier today, man, she told me because I had a rough day yesterday. Things kind of a little still. Things were a little better today, but things still trials and tribulations. But hey, listen, it is what it is. But a coworker, man, she reminded me of something today, man. Because man, I'm over the mindset a lot of times too. Because don't get twisted, man. Scriptures say to time to to not respond, and there's times to respond, man. Because so it wasn't a big situation, man. But she said, no, you need to speak up and say something. Advocate for yourself. And I was like, no, you're right though, because a lot of times too, I'm just me personally, I think the best method. I don't always do this, but is just let things slide, man. Let the Proverbs it says, man. It's better to actually, yeah, Proverbs 20, 19 and 11. I have this in the Good News translation right in here. It says, if you are sensible, you will control your temper. And when someone wrongs you, it's a great virtue to ignore it. So, yeah. And it wasn't some situation where somebody wronged me, but it's more of a situation about me feeling comfortable, man. But I was actually watching a brother Assembly of Firstborn, man. His class, video, and he said, listen, man, that's where it all comes from, the word, man. The saying that you brothers and sisters heard, I heard it, me all the time growing up. And it's kind of this regular day colloquialism or life saying quote, man. A closed mouth doesn't get fed, man. But you gotta ask for things, man, because there's a bunch of times people that want to help you, but you just gotta ask for it, man. Can't assume things, man. Oh, this person should know. No, you gotta ask. I'm Omar. I'm an adult. I'm talking about me. Just for me too. I'm an adult. No, we especially when we're older, we're adults. You got to say something, man. Just can't assume things all the time. Now, don't get it twisted. Certain things is to go and settle. Certain things you can read between the lines, but and there's what the person getting at. But still, you still had to even say something, man, because because there are situations where you say, okay, I shouldn't have to say something, but that shouldn't be the morals operandi. You should have to say something, because that can breed entitlement. Oh, I shouldn't have to say. You should just know. No, I shouldn't know. People shouldn't. You have to say something. You have to communicate. Now there are certain situations. Don't really twist it, because it is about saying. Because there are certain situations like that. It's okay, come on now. But still. That's just what it is. But I just want to get into this, man, because this is where it comes from, man. The closed mouth doesn't get fed. Doesn't get fed. Let's get this Matthew chapter 7, verse 7. It is too. It's great, bringing me back to it was my junior year of high school, man. I was like, what? Because I was just ashamed. I just didn't know how to ask. I didn't want but see, that goes with that Sirach 23 real quick, man. If you don't know something to say, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with saying power. I don't know, but I don't know why. It was it was one time in his class, man. I forgot his name. Oh my gosh, his face is I'm looking at his face, but I don't remember his name. But I think Mr. V. I forgot, but I had a question. It was what class was it? It was a science. It was one of the science classes, and I went up to him after class and asked him. And he said, "Listen." Oh, he said, "Oh, you wait till after class to ask me this." Now, don't get me twisted, because sometimes there are everybody's different, man. Because some teachers will be understanding, because somebody might feel embarrassed for not knowing something, so they might understand. But some, it's he was really prepping me for saying this. He's really prepping me for real world. He's listen, man, you just gotta say something. If you don't know, just ask me. So he kind of said in a little condescending way. I didn't like it, but it's cool. Then we end up actually seeing him years after that, man. He Mr. VK, that was his name. Yeah, and we was kind of cool, but he remembered my face. He didn't remember my name, but we were cool after that, little years after that, and even during that school year too. But yeah, that's what he was pretty much prepping me for, man. But pretty much saying, closed mouth doesn't get fed. Acts. Let's get this Matthew 7:7. Ask and you shall receive. That's where it comes from, man. So I just kind of want to get into this. Oh gosh. Okay, I thought somebody messaged me. My bad, y'all. Matthew chapter, and this is the Most High in your house. I'm saying this too, because it's not. I don't want to just make this man one thing, because a lot of people just do this. Listen, the Most High in your house, the manliest of men, is saying this. The Most High in your house themselves are saying this. Acts. This is Acts, and it shall be given to you. Seek, and ye shall and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be open unto you. Because, yeah, he's the door, man. And his pleasure to give you kingdom. It's his pleasure to give you the Holy Spirit. Give you the inward kingdom and the physical kingdom, man. And on the spiritual tip, man. But, yeah, man, ask for things, man. Just got to ask. It says, at Matthew 7 verse 7, ask and it shall be given unto you, seek and ye shall find, and knock and it shall be open to you. Now, yeah, when like and when it's talking about this, man, it's talking about when people Yahushua said this, man, ask anything in my name, it'll be given to you. Because many be our brothers and sisters knows, but many people they do that, but it's just it's not things that just according to your own will or your own lust, man. Solomon understood this, so we about to grab this in the context of what he means by that. Matthew chapter 3 verse 9. We're probably gonna close out after that. Matthew chapter 3 and verse 9. It says, because this is what Solomon asked for, some stuff like this, man, spiritual things, for the spirit, for wisdom, discernment, faith, things of that nature, even the man in Mark 9, help my unbelief, man, things like that. That's what the Most High Yahshua meant by the ask anything. I mean, of course, if you acknowledge him on your ways, if you're doing what he wants you to do, doing his will, the Most High Yahshua's will, of course, things in your life, man, naturally, man, they might hit you off on the back end for that. Well, they might not always do that, but they might or they might not. But we have to have the pleasure of being unprofitable servants and just doing their will, man. Even me, I have to understand that, man. So and don't get it twisted, man. That's where the renewing of the mind comes in, because don't get it twisted, man. Like the brother sent me first one said because we got to remember the human aspect of this too, because it's natural a lot of times too for us as humans say, oh, I did this and this and this, even Peter did that. He said, listen, that's why the word is so dope, man, because listen, it's naturally he said, yo, Yahushua, listen, we forsake everything to follow thee, man, everything that we had going on, is we going to kind of get something, but Yahushua didn't get mad, or what do you mean you're supposed, he said, yeah, I got you, man, because you did that, because he understood that, man. So we got to remember the human aspect of this too, so because it's natural, man. So James 5 and 17, so man, listen, these were holy men, the holy people, righteous men and women, but these were still people at the end of the day too. But anyway, but spiritually, man, that's just is what it is too. But let's get this 1 Kings chapter 3 verse 9. Because it's going to asking them anything in their name. And he's saying Luke 11, ask for the spirit, increase of faith, to do the Most High Yahshua's will. And of course, in natural things in our natural lives and things that are going on in personal and natural life with things we want to do, of course we can ask for that. It's all according to the Most High Yahshua's will. But 1 Kings chapter 3 verse 9. Give me that. Give therefore thy servant an understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge this thy so great a people? Exactly, and that's even this is tying into what Peter said of in the gospel, lording over the flock, man, because Solomon said nothing, thy people, yes. Listen, is it Israel is us as a nation? We of course we will say, listen, our people and things of that nature, but at the end of the day, because you have a lot of people this not, of course, even in the word, but even outside the word, man, other fractions, man, they think they're that congregation, that camp or church or group of believers belong to them, but they belong to Most High Yahushua, man. Now you're overrule over them, but in that aspect, but man, as far as that goes, listen, it's a revolving door. The Most High Yahushua can replace me in a minute. Well, not me. I'm just saying this, me in general. This in the Most High Yahushua doesn't need me, but you in a minute, in that, man. That's where that. But that's another story for another day with the whole thing. But yeah, I just wanted to go into that too, because that's what this kind of goes into. That was the key word, thy people, because it's his, man. Because in the Discord app, man, even I saw when the Discord app, people was going to can other nations be saved? Kind of the things that of course in the word people talk about daily. But it's listen, because a lot of times too, it's not our salvation as people. It's up to Most High Yahushua, man. Because 2 Ezra 7:19, they're the ultimate judge. So he's the ultimate judge. But let's get this to 1 Kings chapter 3 verse 9. Then we're gonna close it out. It says, give therefore thy servant understanding heart to judge thy people, that I may discern between good and bad. For who is able to judge thy so great a people? So yeah, man. So yeah, man. That's what it is, man. So hopefully this is edifying, man. To y'all brothers and sisters, yeah, ask and ye shall, or Asking you shall receive, man. Closed mouth don't get fat, man. You just gotta ask. I gotta remember that too. Like, it can't be worried about sometimes, like, because one, like, listen, people say no, they say no, man. I got that, and that's the glory. Like, we always talk about, man, the glory, no, man, because that's the glory of me being like growing up, getting rejected or being told no a lot. Like, this is like I get used to it, man. So, this is what it is, man. But hopefully this is edifying, man. So, peace.